So let's talk about creating a color scheme. So we've talked a little bit about colors, you've done a little bit with it, and I know that starting off this class with colors is probably not what you expected, but we need to make sure that when we're making things, they look good. And when they look good, they usually have a color scheme that works, a font scheme that works, and they make sense together about what the topic of the website is, or the graphic in this case. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask that you actually go ahead and create a color scheme that would represent your life. I know that's kind of an arbitrary thing to ask, but I do want to know, like, if you were to pick a color scheme for your life, what would it be? So what we're going to do is you're going to go to Google and you're going to search for Adobe Color. You're going to go to Adobe Color right here, and you're just going to go ahead and create a color scheme. So I'm going to click out of that, and you can see that I have a ton of options over here on the left. I can choose that I do an analogous, monochromatic, triad, complementary, split complementary. These should all kind of sound familiar from when we were learning about colors and how a color scheme works. So you have all these pieces here. Once you pick one of these options, you can actually take your main color, which is in the center here. You can see this is the base color, and it also has the same triangle up here, and you can drag that around to get a color scheme that works with this type of color scheme, which analogous is colors that are next to each other. If it changes to a split complementary, you're going to see that as I move my base color around, my split complementary colors are also going to move. And if you need to, you can adjust them and, take them out further or do those kinds of things, and you're going to see a color scheme come to fruition here. If you want to as well, you could also create a color scheme from a picture. So if you have a picture of something that you really like, you could go to extract theme and drop a picture in here and then work off of the colors within that picture. Once you have a color scheme made, you're going to go ahead and take a screenshot. So I want to explain how to take a screenshot because there's like a million different ways that you can do it. And I also want to encourage you that you can do this magical thing where you Google how to do something. So for instance, if you are on a PC, we can do a screenshot on a PC. And that would be, a basic Windows computer like mine. It's going to show you can use like your print screen button. There's 7 ways actually you can do it. But what I would also show you is that there is something called a snip and sketch tool on your computer usually. If you have a newer computer. If you don't, you can go get the app from the Microsoft Store. But what's great about the Snip and Sketch tool is that it actually lets you snip a portion of your page. So if I go down to my search bar down here, I can actually search for my Snip and Sketch tool as an app, and I can utilize it on my screen. You're going to see it's going to pop up here, and you can see I can also use the keyboard shortcut of the Windows logo key, which is in the bottom left of your keyboard, plus Shift plus S. So I can press those 3 buttons together. And when I do that, my cursor will turn into a crosshair, and I can then snip on my screen and take a screenshot of what I've snipped, which is just nothing here. I can also click the new button here, and I can then snip whatever I want by clicking and dragging, and it's going to give me a snip of that. I can save this to my computer, I can copy it, I can do lots of things with it, but I wanted you to know how to take a screenshot because you're going to be taking lots of screenshots in this class. So that's the Snip and Sketch tool for your computer. You can also use print screen, but that's going to take your entire screen and not just the section you want. If we're taking a screenshot on a Mac, it's going to be different because they are different. So to take a screenshot on a Mac, it looks like what you're going to do is you're going to press and hold 3 keys together. You're going to hold Shift, Command, and 3, and then you're going to be able to drag across whatever you want to use the screenshot. Or actually, it looks like that's going to be taking a full screenshot of your screen, which should go to your desktop automatically. Let's see if we can figure out snip of screen on a Mac. Which is not Shift Command 3, it's Shift Command 4. So Shift Command 4 on a Mac will let you take a snip just like I did. Now, if you're on a Chromebook still, which we've got those, you can take a screenshot on a Chromebook just as well as what you need to do, it says, is press Control Show Windows. So on your keyboard of a Chromebook, there is a show window icon in the top middle above the 6 and 7 key, and you can hold Shift and Control and that will take a screenshot of your screen. So We're learning lots of stuff here because when you're done, you're going to take a screenshot of this color scheme. So you're going to scroll down, take a screenshot of it, and you need to make sure that when you do this, that you get the colors, these hex numbers, which we'll talk about hexadecimal, and the RGB codes. So you need to get this whole kit and caboodle, and that's what you're going to turn into your teams. So you're going to want to save that to your computer so that you can upload it to your team's assignment.